Good afternoon. This is the 1 p.m. news from Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. I'm Ronke, Giwa, Onafuwa. First, the news headlines. President Buhari calls for cooperation among elites in tackling Nigeria's challenges. FRC boss calls for caution during Yuletide celebration, vows to prosecute offenders. South African court says Zuma can appeal return to jail. In sports, Professional Footballers Association confirms strike by Premier League players. Those are the headlines. Now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday in Maiduguri, Borno State, said more cooperation among elites and commitment to inform people on realities and mobilize for development will help in resolving challenges facing the nation. In a courtesy call at the Palace of the Shehu of Borno during a visit to commission the Alhaji Muhammadu Indimi Distance Learning Center and International Conference Hall at the University of Maiduguri and some state projects, the president said the elites owe it to the people to inform, guide and shape opinions since they have more access and knowledge on the economy. The president noted that there was a need to be more careful in assessing the performance of the administration, and it should be relative to the time and resources available. President Buhari noted that in spite of a drop in production output and price of crude oil, the administration utilized what was available to make a difference on security and the economy. He assured Nigerians that his administration will use the remaining period to consolidate on efforts in restoring peace and improving the economy. In his remarks, Governor Babagana Umar Zulum expressed appreciation that the president was visiting the state for a second time in less than 6 months to commission developmental projects. A former military president, General Ibrahim Babangida, has described Vice President Yemi Osinbajo as a good man with good intentions about the country. The former leader disclosed this when Osinbajo grassroots organization visited him in his residence in Minna. He also told the group that he accepted to speak to them because he knew Osinbajo had what it takes to be a good leader.
I know the professor very well. He is a good man, and we need good men to run us in this country. Somebody you can learn from, somebody you share a common conviction with, and he has this passion for this great country. You have the passion for this country, and this is what we need. Other Nigerians also should be able to copy this passion for the good of our country.
Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, the NBC, Malam Shehu Ilela, has said that the commission will establish Institute for Broadcast Policy and Regulations in 2022. Ilela, who made the disclosure at a news conference on Thursday in Abuja, said that the establishment of the institute would enhance professionalism in the broadcast industry. He said that the commission had initiated the partnership with National Universities Commission, NUC, and National Board for Technical Education, NBTE, for broadcast curricular accreditation at the nation's tertiary institutions. The Director General urged new licensees to pay their license fees as requested by law before the due dates to avoid penalties.
Media practitioners enjoy a privileged position in the society with special access to protagonists and decision makers, and has a duty they have a duty to ask questions and listen to viewers and listeners, tell them what the society wants to hear and what they should expect from the government. In conveying these professional requirements, we went around 4 geographical zones in the country to meet with chief executive officers, broadcast stations licensees, general managers, to re-emphasize the need for professionalism in our profession in the daily broadcast.
The federal government has declared free train rides for citizens from December 24th, 2021 to January 4th, 2022. Managing Director, Nigeria Railway Corporation, Fidet Okeria, disclosed this in an interview in Abuja. He said the decision, which was made in collaboration with the Ministry of Transportation, is to ease movement of citizens during the Yuletide. He also reiterated the federal government's commitment to ensuring the safety of passengers and trains during the period. Now, Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello has felicitated with Christians in Kogi State and around the world on the occasion of the 2021 Christmas celebration, noting that as the season signifies hope for mankind, citizens should remain optimistic, believing that Nigeria's trying phase would not last for too long. In a statement issued by his Chief Press Secretary, Onogo Mohammed, the governor urged citizens to emulate God's love to mankind and replicate the same to their neighbors during the season. Governor Bello also noted that although the holiday season was a good time to spend with family, friends and loved ones, sharing happiness, it should also be for sober reflections and a time of prayer for peace, unity and togetherness of our beloved country. He further expressed joy that citizens of the confluent state are able to witness yet another Christmas period, noting that despite several hurdles faced individually and collectively, God Almighty has ceaselessly shown his boundless mercy and love to mankind. Now, your state government has evacuated 112 beggars and mentally ill persons from major streets in Ibadan to a resettlement center situated at Akinyele village, Monia. The exercise was led by the State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Inclusion, Alhaja Kafilat Olaiwola. The team also picked up beggars and the mentally ill people at Mokola Roundabout, Jemi Benwan Road, Songo, Ojo Roundabout, Eleyeli, Challenge, Dube, Bagi and Monoton areas in Ibadan. Speaking with newsmen at the resettlement center, Olaiwola said the evacuees included 95 beggars and 17 mentally ill persons. She said that the present administration in the state was determined to ensure that beggars and the mentally sick persons were taken off the streets in the state for them to be properly taken care of at the resettlement. Now, the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRC, has warned motorists against flouting safety rules capable of putting other road users in danger, especially during this festive season. The Corps Marshal and Chief Executive of the FRC, Mr. Boboye Oyemi, sounded the warning in Lagos as part of his tour of the nation to inspect the level of preparedness of his men for the end of the year patrol operations. According to the Corps Marshal, the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway will be free of obstruction because of the high vehicular activities around the axis. He advised road users to comply with traffic rules and regulations, while he promised to prosecute any commercial driver whose vehicle does not have a speed limiting device and his vehicle impounded. It's still the 1 p.m. news on Splash 105.5 FM. Still ahead, South African court says Zuma can appeal return to jail. In sports, Professional Footballers Association confirms strike by Premier League players. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll bring you more stories, so please stay with us.
Are you in need of a nice and comfortable, fully furnished hostel accommodation in the University of Ibadan? Or are you in search of a place for seminars and executive trainings? Look no further. Adebayo Akonde Hall is the go-to place for your lodging needs with a home away from home feel. Adebayo Akonde Hall is a 4-star hostel built in a serene environment with constant supply of electricity. It has fully furnished rooms that gives you great comfort at an affordable price. Adebayo Akonde Hall is located at Ajibode Extension, University of Ibadan. For inquiries and reservations, visit www.adebayohall.com or call 080-5699-8718 or 080-5699-8719 or 080-5699-8720. Adebayo Akonde Hall. Built for comfort. Built for you.
Welcome back. It's still the 1 p.m. news on Splash 105.5 FM. Now turning to the foreign scene. South Africa's former President Jacob Zuma can now appeal a court ruling last week that he should not enjoy medical parole and should return to jail. High Court Judge Elias Matujane ruled last Wednesday that the September decision to place the 79-year-old on medical parole was unlawful. The same judge on Tuesday decided to allow an appeal. He said another court may find that Zuma should be treated with compassion, empathy, and humanity because of his ill health and advanced age. The former president was handed a 15-month jail sentence in July for contempt of court after he refused to give testimony to corruption investigators. His jailing sparked violent protests and looting in his home province of KwaZulu-Natal that spread to South Africa's financial hub, Johannesburg, in July, claiming more than 350 lives. And South Africa's ex-president Park Geun-hye has received a pardon, cutting short a jail term of more than 20 years for corruption, with her successor saying he granted it in the interest of national unity. Park became South Korea's first woman president in 2013, but less than 4 years later she was impeached and ousted after a graft scandal sparked huge street protests. The 69-year-old was serving a 20-year prison sentence for bribery and abuse of power, with another 2 years after that for election law violations. The Justice Ministry said the amnesty will take effect on December 31st. Now, before we go on the sporting scene, let's take a quick market survey with Femi Ojo, who's on hand to bring us some details. Now, 25th December, every year, millions of Nigerians in Nigeria typically join the rest of the world in celebration of Christmas. It is an annual festival to symbolically mark the birth of Jesus Christ. One of the major highlights of this period is upward surge in purchase and consumption of food, clothing, and other gift items. It is in view of this that our correspondent Femi Ojo has gone out to survey the fabrics market, especially baby clothing, on the rising costs and affordability. He joins us live via the telephone. Hello, Femi. Good afternoon. Hello, Femi. Good afternoon. Are you there? Fantastic. Well, I can barely hear you, but let's hope that the people at home can hear you. Could you give us a sense of what you've observed from your survey today? All right. Okay. 1 second. Hello, Femi Ojo. Now I can hear you. Fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Please tell us where you currently are and what the situation is and what you've observed from your survey today.
Okay, I'm presently right here at Election Wire Hedges of Ibadan, the popular Election Wire market where, people get booze, rice, drink, clothes for Christmas. And at the moment, most people are, doing their last minute shopping for Christmas. Look.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, Femi.
Yeah, at the moment, most people are doing their last minute shopping for the most popular holiday, which is coming up tomorrow, the 25th of December.
Yes.
I've been to some places in Ibadan, some as in LA area. I was sometimes some minutes ago at a woman's shop where she sells hampers for Christmas, and she actually complained about the hike in the price of what the. She told me last year they sold for 25,000. The premium package was sold for 25,000 last year, but at the moment they sell it for 35,000 naira. She showed me some other one which was sold for 4,000, 6,000. And probably they have a 50% increase on the price of what they sell at the moment. 8,000 for 12,000, 10,000 for 15,000, 25,000 for 6,000. And at the aspect of chicken and from other, I spoke to a woman who was selling chicken, and she told me they sold what's called breeder chicken. That's a strong, the grown broiler chicken.
Yes.
Which they sold for 6,000 last year. The president sell it for 12,000, between 12,000 and 15,000 naira. And most of them, they hardly had no client customers, patronizing them at the moment. Who at the point where when I got to their shop, and at the moment I'm in front of where they sell drinks. I've been here for the past 5 minutes and I haven't seen anybody, coming to store to ask for what is happening. I've spoken to the people selling down here, and they also, raise their complaints about the economic situation in the country. I have them in front right here with me, and I probably will put in her right on with you so you can have a conversation.
All right. So what you're saying to us, Femi, is that the traffic at the market is obviously not as boisterous as it normally would be at this time of the year. So tell us how active is it right now at the market?
I didn't get that.
How active? What you're telling us is that the market is not as active as it normally would be at this time of the year.
Exactly. On the 24th of December, most people who haven't gotten the chance to go shopping, especially civil servants, bankers, and other people who have their own businesses, normally rush out on the 24th of December to do the last minute shopping. And right now, normally election law is one of the most porous as you would like to fly during the Christmas time. The roads are free. I don't know what exactly is happening. Some minutes ago, I was in a woman's shop who sells clothing for children, and I was there for like 20 minutes and nobody came in except me. On the norm, you see bringing their kids and like, hey, I want this, I want that, but none of that happened. So I have to cross down to the other side of the road where I have to go and sell drinks, and it's just the same story. I've been here for some minutes now. Nobody's turning up. I actually don't know what is happening.
Right. So you're currently with someone from the market who's selling at the market right now. Can we have a word with them real quickly?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So what? Okay. Hello. Good afternoon. What do you sell, ma'am?
We sell drinks and wine.
You sell drinks at all Election Lawyer. So please compare last year and this year. Please compare the prices and the activity, how you would have sold compared to last year with this year, ma'am.
No, last year was very well. So these are guys who not get drinks like before.
So even your products are not as available.
The company will come, they will sell. But now we have for that last year, we have to go and buy goods. Before, so the goods, because the goods were actually scarce, so people were coming to buy. But this year, because of increase in prices, this year, exactly. So people have not been buying. They will go. Probably when they see something is the same thing, some people will come back, but some will come back. That's it.
All right. Well, we wish you the best. Thank you very much for speaking to us, and have a wonderful day, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much, Femi Ojo, for your time here with us on the news. Now, very quickly on to sports. The Professional Footballers Association, PFA, has confirmed the possibility of Premier League players embarking on strike. PFA Chief Executive Maheta Malongo confirmed the prospect of strike that has already been discussed. Players are worried that their welfare has not been put into consideration by the Premier League management. Some players and staff feel that their health is being undermined and put at risk on a daily basis as coronavirus returns strongly in the United Kingdom and other parts of Europe. Well, that's it on the 1 p.m. news today. Just a quick recap. President Buhari has called for cooperation among elites in tackling Nigeria's challenges. FRC boss has called for caution during Yuletide celebration, vowed to prosecute offenders. South African court says Zuma can appeal return to jail. And Professional Footballers Association has confirmed strike by Premier League players. For more details on the news, visit our website on www.splashfm1055.com. The news editor is Tunde Olawuwo, assisted by Chinwe Churchill. I'm Ronke, Giwa, Onafuwa. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.
Quick, Charger 240.
Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the Integrity Station. We educate, that's why we are respected. We inform, that's why we are loved. More music, We are the best. The Integrity Station. Splash.
105.5.
We've got the city on lock.